Welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori, and today I'm going to try something I've been wanting to do for a while. I'm going to do some collage on some postcards. I love to buy postcards, vintage postcards, newer postcards, all sorts of postcards. I have stacks and stacks and stacks of them, and I just love them. But sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do with them because they don't fit any journals I'm making, or they're not really pretty. They all have their own merits, but I thought it might be kind of fun to do something a little different. So I've taken one and I've done some collage on it, and I like the way it turned out. So let's work on a couple of these. Let's see, we have this one. Industrial ones. Well, let's start with this one. It's very appropriate from someone's trip, I'm sure, a vacation sort of postcard of a cave, I think. Probably cave, yeah. That would be what it is. So let's get started. Of course, my favorite way to start everything is with a piece of book page. So let's get some book page. Let's see. Let's see, I did the other one on the right-hand side, so let's see about maybe collaging on the left-hand side of this one, or maybe up here at the top, because that's very dark. There's no reason why we couldn't just collage across there in a strip, is there? Okay. And by we, I mean the royal we. It will be me, of course. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well today and has had a chance to do something creative. I've been working on my videos and ideas and that kind of creative thing. Well, let's get started with a little piece of book page here. Oh, sticky. I've already managed to get my fingers so sticky, but there you go. They are, in fact, quite sticky. Let me trim that little bit of the edge off so that I remember where my edge is. Okay, so this is very dark. What else do I have here that might go along with this? Some lighter color book page, perhaps. Some numbers. Let's do a piece of this. And I think most of the postcards that I have are not ones that anyone has written on, and I would probably be less likely to do this if they had a message from holiday or something on the back of them. But these are just the plain ones, and I buy these when I'm on vacation too, because I always think, if my photos don't turn out well, or I didn't get a photo of that, and so I pick up postcards when you can find them. They're not as easy to find as they used to be, and people don't send postcards like they used to either, and that makes me sad. I used to love to send postcards, and goodness knows, how I love to get mail. So I love to get postcards in the mail. Let's see. I think it covers up a little too much. Be a little piece of washi tape. Let's see. This one's got clocks and butterflies. Let's see. For a couple of clocks, a couple of butterflies. Oops. I am, in fact, sticking to everything. And I thought, too, if you had a series of postcards, these would make a fun little journal. You kind of decorate the fronts, and you can decorate the backs if you want, or save them to use as journal cards, because of course they're great spaces to write on. Okay, what else do I have? Oh, that's a very cool stamp. Do I want it over here? Nope, definitely on that side. And you know, I love to collect stamps as much as I like to collect postcards, so I had quite a few different stamps to go through and choose from. Let's see if I can get this big glob of glue off of there. Let's see. Okay. I'll wipe this big glob of glue off my little glue page here too before I get permanently stuck to it. Need something else. Do I want to do... I did a flower on that one, but I think the flowers that I have may be a bit too big. Yeah, I think they are. Let's see. What do I have over here? In my little tray of bits. Lots and lots and lots of little bears. Oh, Nope, 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 nope. Let's see. Something in here. I'm thinking bird or butterfly. There's a kind of a non-traditional butterfly to go with the other butterflies. I think probably a more traditional butterfly. That one's likely a moth, not a butterfly, but oops, excuse me while I set my clock back up so I can kind of keep track of how long I'm chatting. Let's see. Well, it does bring out the blue in the stamp. Covers up an awful lot of the picture though. Nope, I don't think so. Let's see. There we go. That's probably more the size I wanted. Yes, I could in fact add a mushroom if I wanted to. Just not quite feeling that. Not feeling the mushroom energy. Oops. Nope. I think maybe just that, although I feel like I need something small over here. Do I have a little tiny label? A little tiny label in here somewhere? For a different project, not for this one. Let's see, put that over here. Down further. I'm thinking maybe that moth is a little too small. Yeah, this one isn't bigger, but it is a slightly different shape. Hi, Devin. Hi, my Devin. My girl Debbie has come to visit. No, don't get on the desk, please, Deb. No, bunny. Are you ready for your lunch? Okay, let me finish my video and then we'll get your lunch. Yes, we'll get your lunch. Okay, can you get back in the window, sweetheart? Please. Please, Debbie. Please, please, Debbie. Ooh, this is good because it brings out the blues in the stamp. Do I like that? Okay. Okay, no, no, bunny. No, no, bunny. Don't get on my desk, please. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, dev bugs. Bye-bye, my Debbie. No, she is not giving up. That's a pretty blue butterfly. Hi, Deb. Yeah, hi, sweetheart. Hello, my little one. Hello. Debbie do. Debbie, Debbie do. It's so funny. I was just thinking about this word before I started this video. I don't remember why I was thinking about it now, but I was. No, no. No, no, sweetheart. No, no. No, no, my bear. No, no. No, no, my girl. No, no. Oh, such a pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl. Yes, you are. Good kitty, Debbie. You're a good, good kitty. That's enough? No more scratching of your ears? Okay. Okay, bear. Okay, my little bear. Yes, that's the one for over there. No, don't kill him. Yes. As soon as I finish my video, Debbie, then I will get your lunch. Can you get back in the window for a few minutes? Please. Hi. Oh, you're a pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl, my Dev. My sweet Debbie. This one. This one. I like this one. Oh, indecision. Actually, I think I'm going to go with that one because it has the green that brings in that little bit of the washi tape. Okay. There we go. Now we have this one. Hopefully there's not a lot of shine on that. Okay. Here we go. So now we have that one done. Let's see, where's the one? I'll save that one with the bicycle. Let's see. This one. I'm going to want to do this side again. Let's see. Let's do this one. Okay, let's start with some book page. I think that glue stick is all said and done. Okay. This one. And of course, I think I mentioned if you had a set of these, like from a holiday, you could go through and do some similar themed decorating on them for your journal. Although I will say it's kind of fun to do things that are just really random. there's the baby wipe that's a little damp. That's the one I need. Okay. So we have that. Let's see, what have I not used a lot of? A little bit of music. Okay. Oops. We put the pin back in the art glitter glue. Is that not going to want to work now? Okay. There's a folded binding technique. I think it's called the Blizzard binding, and I think it would be great for a little book like this. I may give that a try. I have done it before, but it's been a while and I've now forgotten how to do it, so I need to go back and remind myself how to do that fold, because it makes this nice little pockets where you can just slip something into, and then you have the binding over to the side. It's really, really cool. Works really well for stuff you don't want to permanently bind. Of course, there's no reason why we couldn't permanently bind these if we wanted to. Once again, the royal we. If I wanted to. Let's see. What do we have here? Let's do the stamp. Oops. My glue is very soft today, so I am gouging out big bits when I don't really want to do that. Okay. Oh, Dev's back. I better hurry up. I think this covers up too much of everything. It does. What else do I have? What do I have that's narrow? I have this, but the colors are not quite what I would want. Let's see. This one's too small. Pretty though. Ooh, there we go. There's a slightly larger one of this one, and these are from a Tim Holtz pack. So I do like that. Let's do that, and then maybe a little piece of washi tape here at the bottom. And we can call this one done. Oops. Yep. I left the pin out of the art glitter glue too long. Okay, come on. This is a fun process. I could sit and do this all day if I had time. Of course, I don't have time, but that's really fun. Okay, now what across the bottom? Do I want a little bit of script across the bottom? Label. No, not the half a teaspoon. That definitely does not work. This is very long. Too long. Okay, let's see. Back to the washi tape. Numbers. I guess I have some numbers in black. I have some that's blue. It's not numbers, but that might be okay, let's add in a little bit more of this. Whoops. I've left the pin out of the art glitter glue again. Were you guys yelling at me? Okay. Oops. After I finish this video, I'm gonna give Debbie her lunch, get some lunch for me, and then see what other projects I can work on today. I kind of would like to make myself a tote bag using my grungy fabric, but you know, I fear my sewing machine, so well, hello, Devin. Did I take too long? Okay, get down, Devin. Get down, my baby girl. Get down, sweetness. Okay, Dee. Nobody wants to see the back end of Devin. Nobody does. Okay. Okay, my dear. Okay. I'm almost finished, sweetheart. Okay, gotta get there. Okay. Bye-bye, bunny. Bye-bye, my bunny. All right. Dev has spoken. Time for me to go. Layer this over here. There we go. Well, I think this is a fun project. Let me know what you think in the comments below, please. Pick up my little bits here. A whole bunch more to do later, after Debbie's had her lunch, maybe. So, let's see. We have these two that I made with you. This one I made as my sample. And they're all very different, but kind of fun. So there we go. We have done some collage on postcards. And like I said, you could certainly, if you wanted to decorate the back, you could. Or if you wanted to use this as a journal card, I think it would be fun. So, okay. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll join me again in the future. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, please. Make a comment because I would love to hear from you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Little channel is still growing. But, oops, I'm up too high. Sorry, Elaine. My cousin Elaine says, careful, you're always up too high. Okay, too high. All right, better. All righty. Oh, Deb's back again. So I will say bye-bye for now.